Greetings, my people. This is your brother B bringing to you yet again another episode 40 on this YouTube channel, Opps Opportunities for Black and Brown and Black. And on episode 40, I'll be talking about gang members. So, I want to say that gang members are like tribal members because wherever your people land, they're going to be proud of that area. So, gangs have had already existed here in Los Angeles, California, prior to drugs being dropped in the neighborhoods where minorities live. And that was purposely done to destroy us, to distract us from questioning why wages and, of course, entertainment and other distractions played a big role into diverting people's attention from questioning why are wages not growing as quick as the cost of goods. And it becomes very tempting into living a certain lifestyle. But the thing is, the core foundation of, in my opinion, of a gang member is just a person that's part of a tribe, just to make it simple. The thing is, once the whole drug and the money got involved, it started becoming about the drug turf. And even before that, there has been, beef between gangs, and then there's been murders or whatnot, but it wasn't intensified, to the point where, you had the drugs involved, where you start seeing money and people are willing to kill for money, unfortunately. And there's consequences to that through karma and all these things that are involved with that kind of a lifestyle. How it just affects your family members, how if you have kids, they could fall into that lifestyle because it's normalized. They see you do it and there's nothing you could really say, to stop them from doing that if you're not setting the example. And I'm not here to say that, that it's not good to live that lifestyle, but the thing is to get into the lifestyle where you're, poisoning the community, taking people out. Back in the day, it was more of a rivalry of just the area, and some people would be killed, but it was more physical. And unfortunately, because purposely the government put drugs where minorities lived, these gang members, their mentality became a lot more intensified and focused on money. And money talks and bullshit walks. And the thing is, you need money to buy goods and pay bills and everything to live through life. So if the government is not offering a better option, good paying jobs, not regulating, how rich people are taking advantage of the poor and purposely putting drugs in the neighborhood, the mentality of the tribal member gets, I don't want to say polluted, but it becomes more of not so much being proud of the area. That's one part, but more than anything, it becomes of the drug turf. Those blocks that they control and they protect, but at the end of the day, Uncle Sam owns them. And it just gets more difficult as far as the surveillance just getting worse and worse, but just the lifestyle of the gang member, it's where you have to be willing to, there's different initiations, some there'll be 13 seconds, some 14, some 18. It's just different rules. The thing is, once you're in, to get out sometimes you can't get out, or they might take you out. In some cases, certain gangs that have that rule, depending on what you've done or what respect that you have, they might let it be. It just all depends. But just the lifestyle that a gang member lives, they have to know that they have their rivals. You might not know them. You might be asked to beat them up, shoot them up. And you have to take orders. There's levels. There's ranks in the whole gang. So the thing is, there will be people telling you to do certain things. You know, you might have the older OGs, older homies, telling you what to do and not to do. And there's gonna be older homies that just don't give a flying fuck. You know? And I've gotten to see both. You have to be willing, once you step out that door, that you just don't know if someone already knows where you live. You know, that's why you have to be very careful how you move. Extremely careful. Not being under any kind of influences, being on point, constantly looking over your shoulders. You know, that's me personally. It gets to a point where, you know, you get tired of it. You know, you have to be willing to go, depending if you get caught up for things, you have to be willing to do jail time, going to court. You know, you're not gonna have family members that gonna be crying and worried about you. And you could have, sometimes you have to be willing to spend years or your whole life in jail. That's something that comes with being a gang member. You have to be willing to sell drugs. You have to be willing to take someone's life, beat someone up on sight. Understand that there's no retirement plans to that unless you have your job. But there are people that are 100% dedicated to the lifestyle that I know, that now it's just, not in all situations, but it's kind of sad unless they have the homie that's helping them out, you know, that's come up. Pero once you start reaching the 40s, mid 30s, 40s, and 50s, y todavía andas en las mismas, it's just, it's you know, it's unfortunate when it's only been about that, and you're not gonna have a retirement or no one to take care of you. And I'm seeing it. I've been seeing it. And but yeah, that's something that you have to be willing to do. That you might end up like that. You might end up killed. You know, or you might end up being handicapped. You just never know. From the stabbings to the shootings, the beatings, you have to expect all that. It comes with the package. You know, and there's just different levels of members. Like you have the person that sells. You have the person that sells and consumes. You have the person that consumes and that does other, like alcohol and drugs. You have the member that is full-fledged, doesn't do anything and just straight for the barrio. You know, does whatever, is the first one to raise their hand, the straight soldado. Then you'll have certain upcoming lieutenants to start grooming the younger generations, you know, to become the OGs, the captains. And then you'll have the general, which calls the shots. And in certain situations you might have generals, you know, some gangs are very family oriented as far as there's generations of it. You know, the thing is they're all willing to live that lifestyle, which, like how I said, not to discredit or say that they're less than anyone, but just being a gang member, that's what you have to be ready for. That comes with the package, you know, and you're not guaranteed to make it throughout the day. You just never know. Just never know. And the thing is, like how there's people that are willing to lose it all just to get whatever credit or whatever it is. Whatever it is, there's other people on the other side willing to do the same. And unfortunately, karma is real. Where I've seen people, you know, there are some people that have done a lot of bad things that are still around, and I don't know how nothing's happened to their families. Very few people, but I know a lot more that things have happened to themselves or their families from being limited to progress, people being handicapped or taken out. So all of that comes with consequences, with repercussions, and if you want to live that gang member lifestyle, that ghetto lifestyle, it's just, you know, that's what it is. Also a cartel member, drug dealer, all those lifestyles, they're tough. And I wish that our younger youth would, you know, be part of the tribe, be part of the gang, but to have the backup plan, to have the side hustle, your holiday, to have a retirement, you know, because at the end of the day, to get all caught up 100% in that lifestyle and not count on anyone to help you when you get older, it's tough. Like I'm seeing it, you know. So that's what I have to say about this episode. So if you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe. And on the next episode, I'll be talking about cartel members. So thank you for your time, and I'll see you guys on the next one.